And later on Money for Breakfast, Alexis will be interviewing the CEOs from Tupperware and Hasbro. And later in the show, Alexis will be talking to the man behind those living room house parties, the CEO of Tupperware. He will tell us about how he deals with environmental issues in making plastic containers and how he fights off industry competition. There's much more Money for Breakfast coming up. Stay with us.
All right, coming up on the show this morning, we have the CEO of Tupperware brands. Who doesn't know Tupperware? And how about those Tupperware parties? We're going to talk with the CEO and ask him some questions about that. Welcome back to Davos, Switzerland and the World Economic Forum. Joining me this morning is the CEO of Tupperware brands. He's the chairman and CEO, I should say, Rick Goings. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning.
You get the coolest dressed award. I love this look.
Look at
this.
And
how about the pink collar?
I was at gender diversity all morning, so I said
I gotta wear a little pink with the black.
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Tupperware, because as I mentioned earlier on the tease, when people think Tupperware, I mean, I don't think there's anybody in America who doesn't have some Tupperware in their house, but they also think of the traditional Tupperware party. How has the brand evolved?
Well, it's been a big change over the last dozen years. The product line has changed. We basically don't sell burping bowls anymore. They whisper today. And, you know, as the product line got commoditized, we went to higher ground. They always say in the military, you have a 50% advantage when you have the high ground. So we went to a much more upscale product line, much more high tech. The party changed, too, because we found, you know, in the post-war years, she was a stay-at-home mom. Now, 67% of women work, not only in the U.S., but here in Europe as well. So it's a girls' night out. So we wouldn't be surprised to see someone like you at a decadent, delicious desserts party at night where they're sitting around in Manhattan having cosmopolitans and learning how to make chocolate mousse.
Oh, can you tell one of the ladies invite me to one of those parties? Yeah. It sounds great.
They're fun.
Let's talk a little bit about corporate responsibility, because that's one of your key things. And about, look, everybody here is talking about going green. What do you do about that and respond to that when people say it's plastics and that's not good for the environment?
Well, somebody came up to me, an environmentalist, yesterday, and he said, we'd like to do a story on you because your product is probably one of the most environmentally friendly. We use very highly engineered resins. Our products, there are products out there that are 60 years old out there. When products are sent back to us, we grind them and make them into new products. So this isn't, you know, a flimsy trash can or a bag that is used one time. Our products are used a lifetime.
Could you say that your company, in some ways or some respects, is recession-proof? I ask that because your stock was up 60% last year. People still need this. I still need the Tupperware to put my kids' sandwiches when they go to school in the morning. So do you think you'll be okay in 2008?
Yeah, I feel good about 2008. And Alexis, you're really right. There's an element of us that is counter-cyclical. About half the company is Tupperware. The other half are these beauty companies that we own. Now, if there's higher unemployment, we have a bigger recruiting pool in both of those kinds of businesses. Now, in the beauty business, there's a thing called the lipstick factor. When there's a compression on disposable spending, she buys more makeup, color cosmetics. She said, hey, I can't go buy durables, but I'm still going to look good.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that. Speaking of women, you are like a dominant player in rights for women. I just love this. Tell me about your Chain of Confidence program. What is that, and what are you doing for women?
Yes, well, we had a whole morning session today talking about gender parity and women, and we're in about 102 countries, and we did some research last year that said, what's the main thing that really mattered to you? Asking women who were Tupperware alumni, and she said, yeah, I made income, but it was the relationships. And then we went to other women and talked about them getting through life, and this was Sub-Saharan Africa, former Soviet Union, Asia Pacific. She said, a key to me making it through life is the close relationships and support from other women. So we launched a program called Chain of Confidence, celebrating this relationship women have. They need to mentor more, and we want to see more of it. Brooke Shields is our spokesperson. She said, you know, this was the first thing that anyone's ever brought to me that really celebrated who I am. You know, she's a Princeton grad.
So how do I become a member or get involved? Do you find about it on the internet?
Yeah, chainofconfidence.com. So there's a website there. One can share their stories of overcoming confidence building. And we're also launching this next year, Camp Confidence, where you can go learn about different subjects there, and somebody who's good will help you on that. So we love it.
You're very cool. Okay, listen, we only have about 10 seconds here, but I just need to know, because you're old hat, or you've been here many times in Davos, Switzerland, what do you do for fun?
There's no time for fun. You know, you're invited to 12 receptions. They're governments, they're corporations. You've got it last night, 12. You go swipe your card, say hello to the people, and then at 7 a.m. in the morning, you're up for a meeting on how to save the world. So it is, I've got to go back and rest.
You got to go back and save the world is what you need to go do.
There's a lot of people here that really care, though, and you really start to see it crosses gender, religion, culture.
Rick Owings, it was a great pleasure meeting you. Thank you very much. And I'm getting involved with that organization.